Hey, good morning, guys. It is a rainy, crappy Saturday morning here in Long Island, New York. Definitely doesn't help with me and everything that I do. So it's only just going to compound the self-induced stress that I already have. If I have a heart attack by the age of 40, 45, you know exactly why. Hope everyone's week was well. This week was definitely a roller coaster for sure. A lot of trying to think of how do I word this being YouTube friendly. A lot of bungholes for sure, 110%. Completely unexpected. We see this all the time, right? A machine is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And the same thing when you try and sell something. When you go to sell something, a seller is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And I've had my fair share of, I don't like coconut candy. You know what I mean? So when you bite into that coconut, I was like, ooh, you get that bitter. That's exactly what I had this week with sellers. Machines, I did a lot of buying this week. That's just the way it worked out. There was one day after work, I had a solid amount of buying. After work, I think I did about 100 miles worth of running back and forth from one end of Long Island to the next because I'm an idiot, and I'll admit that I don't really know what town is where. So scheduling for me, trying to schedule up these pickups, weren't the greatest. I will try and throw some posts on Instagram with some of the things that I bought. But we definitely did a lot of shopping, met my fair share of negotiators, almost walked away with a lawn tractor, but I don't think we're going to close the deal. But it is what it is. We still have our Troy built. We'll talk about that maybe in this or maybe on these. Good morning. Hi. Nice to see you to show up. So we'll talk about our fair share of buyers or prospective buyers. But it is what it is. This week, people have been sending me through the roof between work and here, and it just doesn't help. How because when you do repairs, it is what it is. But when you flip, it just adds a whole different dynamic. So it's been tough. Let's go through the chat, and then I'll start ranting a little bit later on.
And when you flip, and your patience is the amount of a flea, like someone I know, he starts to flip.
Because time is precious to me. There's only so much time in a day. There's only so much I could do in the driveway. It's not like I have a garage that I could retreat in and work throughout the night.
We're not going to start the live this way.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's not like I could just run inside the garage and then do whatever I can do.
There's people with much bigger problems.
I just do not have that luxury.
Moving forward, I would like to start this live. We always keep things on a positive note, but if there's one thing about Pate's Performance, we bleed red, white, and blue here at Pate's Performance. And I am actually, I was only within earshot. I was just trying to finish up some things really quickly. And I'm actually kind of shocked at the mister that he did not start the live this way.
Are you going to bring politics into all this stuff? We don't do politics.
Will you please stop interrupting?
People know our political affiliation. We
please
don't
stop.
Need to drag that in. Okay.
Stop right now.
So then why would you bring it up?
I would like to, at this moment, just give my condolences to the families of the soldiers who have lost their lives in Afghanistan and whose families are receiving that news over the last 24 to 48 hours. Our hearts, our souls are with you. I have a friend who is currently still over there, and what their family is going through right now, there are no words. I have family that has fought over there, and although family ties have been like this over the years, I will always give them credit for what they have done for our country. And I will say I have no words for what these people must be enduring and feeling at this moment. And I think there are no words to express for the news when you get that knock on your door. So whatever you do today in some small moment, just be so thankful for the soil that you're walking upon, even if it's working in that driveway. Because at the end of the day, the reason we have this freedom that we have is for all of the selfless acts that our soldiers risk for us on a daily basis. And I could not be more thankful and proud to be an American, and so grateful for their endless sacrifice. So on that note, I just wanted to say thank you to them, thank you to their families, and our hearts are and our prayers are with you. So on that note, because I know we have some friends who also tune in from over the pond, I just wanted to, I know they know what's going on. That's not what this was about. It was just to show our appreciation and to let you know where our hearts were at. Did you get to say hello to anyone yet this morning?
No, because you showed up late and interrupted.
I know. Can you all agree? Like,
yep. Thank you.
How are people raised, right?
Didn't get a chance.
Jamie O, good morning. Yes. Thank you, Jamie O. I'm glad that your heart is in the right place. Amen. Amen to that.
Yes, we definitely do need to pray for this country in some sort of way. I really don't want to go down this pipe hole. You guys know my political affiliation, which is fine, but I'd rather not go into this long, deep rabbit hole of what's going on right now. I'd rather not. This is not the channel.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, you know what? I'll use the word. I'm triggered by all of this. And I've been triggered for a very, very long time. And I gave up social media. I gave up the news. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm really fed up to a certain extent. But honestly and realistically, there's nothing we could do. So we just got to go out and live our lives and carry, on our day like it should, because, as an American, we have nothing else. We really don't have any other options at this point, but just continue to live our lives to the best way that we can. And, but if you guys are going through something, it's nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. And every day you wake up, you have the opportunity to change that. And every day that we wake up, every day that I wake up, every wrench I turn, I create opportunities, for us, whether it's at work, the small engine, the YouTube channel, investing. I mean, there's all different doors and all different avenues that you could take to whatever goals that you have. And like I said, if you don't have opportunities come your way with these hands or some sort of mentality, you can create them and dig yourselves or create yourselves a different position. I can't stress that, more than enough. If you guys watched Taryl's video, a guy retired after 48 years of service. I mean, come on, and that's absolutely, amazing, phenomenal, and in many, many separate ways. And you think this guy working 48 years, you think every day was unicorns and rainbows? Absolutely not. But this guy finished out 48 years worth of hard work, and he came out on top. Yeah. He came out, and so that goes to show you that the American dream is alive and well. I don't know what it's like in the UK or wherever you're from, but there is light at the end of the tunnel if you feel like you're stuck in one. And just don't stop. Just don't stop. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. Don't stop. I cannot say this, more than enough. You guys seen in some of the videos that I have, there's projects that I have just buried myself in, and I just don't stop. Whether you throw that project to the side, get rid of it, move on to something else, don't feel defeated. There is no such thing as we're never defeated here. We're always moving. And if I can't say that more than enough.
And I have to say, I guess in summary, basically what he's saying is don't let what we have in front of us, don't let all their hard efforts to make this a place, to make America as great as it is, just die in vain. Make it the best day that you can possibly make it. And listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. Thursday night, I got some news for myself personally, and all of you who have been with us for a long time. I've had my crossroads. I have from loss to cancer, you name it. I have been through it 10 times more than the man sitting next to me. And I'm just going to say, I'm not going to any kind of detail because I'm still trying to figure it out right now. I'm waiting for a call back from my doctor. But I might be up against another crossroad. Not might be, most likely. And at this point, I could be sitting here like, wait a second, I've already dealt with enough. You know what? Life isn't fair. It's just not. But you don't sit there and you don't say to yourself, woe is me. You keep on moving. You keep on doing the best that you can do, because every day is a gift and every day is a new opportunity to do something you didn't do the day before. And at the end of the day, there's going to be people, even the people you love the closest in your life, who aren't going to support you, who aren't going to love you like they should. And you know what you do? You keep on loving them even harder, because sometimes that's just what they need to see that you're in their corner. So at the end of the day, keep doing what you're doing. Please don't just, even if you're retired, I know we've got a lot of guys out there that are retired. God bless, you earned it. But just don't sit behind a computer. Just don't sit there and do nothing with those brilliant hands that you've been gifted if you're in small engines. Do something with your day. Make something of your day. Because honestly, every day is an absolute gift and life is just too short to not do something with it. Rich, when I got my news Thursday night, it's so funny. I kid you not, I thought of you. I read some of the results on the screen. Can I just say, these screens that the doctors give you, like, it's great that you can see your results instantly, but when they come in at 7:30 at night and you've got no doctor to call or speak to, and you've got an intelligent mind so you can decipher them, they're a freaking dangerous road to go down, because then you're like sitting there, like in your car, like, oh my God. But Rich, I thought of you because I read there and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So Rich, top of the morning to you too. Hope, I wonder how the weather is by you, if you got an auction lined up for today. It was gonna rain, not gonna rain by us. I am over it. Like, I get the flowers and grass need rain, but I'm done. Done. Rusty Rooster, it's so good to see you. Good morning.
Long time no see, man. Hope all is well.
Chris, I have to tell you, when I see that purple little circle on the screen with the K, I get so giddy. I'm not gonna lie. I know you live so close, but I know you've been so busy, and I know you had a lot going on probably, but I'm still so happy to see you back with us on Saturday mornings. He says, good morning, everyone. Reading the title, it looks like Jason had someone back out of a deal or something. I'll be honest, I didn't even get to read what today's title was.
Multiple. We'll go through the chat and then we'll talk about it.
This week was just like, I'm surprised. I don't know. Does he have the word roller coaster ride in the title? Because that's honestly just what it felt like this week. Roller coaster ride. And on roller coaster rides, I go. So just letting you know. Thomas, how are you? Thomas is another name I just absolutely love seeing. Thomas, I hope work was going well. I know you're always working so dang hard.
He was up early this morning. We were hanging out with Twisted V and Uncle Ed.
Yeah, I know. Twisted, are you coming to serve me breakfast too? I know you were going to get Sandy breakfast. I would love. So I'll be honest, breakfast is not my favorite meal of the day. I am more of like I would do like dinner for lunch and be fine with that, or anybody who likes is anybody else like an early dinner kind of girl or guy out there? Like, I don't like, when we went away, I called restaurants for reservations and they were like, we have like an 8 or a 9:30 left. And I looked at that, like, I was like, 9:30, like 8 o'clock. I'm getting ready for bed. Like 9:30, who eats at 9:30? Like, I turned around, I was like, do you have a 4:15? Do you have a 5 o'clock? And the girl, who was clearly very young on the other line, started laughing at me. She was like, oh, yes, we have that. Does anyone else like a nice early dinner? Like, am I the only one who and that could be lunch and dinner. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, am I dating myself now? Is that a problem? But Paul, I hope you had an absolutely amazing birthday. Paul, I am still stunned by your absolutely beautiful family. There are no words. They are absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah, so we thought,
and that little girl of yours, I think what every woman just dreams of is that little girl who's the mini her. Your daughter is a mini one of your wife, and your son is totally you. So you guys have your minis. Now I'm dying to know. I always ask every parent when they walk across my door for the classroom, is your daughter's personality more like yours though? Because usually when they look like you, they act like the opposite parent. Dying to know. And Paul, amen. I have been up since 3 a.m. myself.
Yes, we had one right over the house.
Oh my God.
Holy shit, shook the whole...
Oh, language.
Shook the freaking place, man. And me too.
It was, and usually like I could sleep with some rain, but the Bill Martini basement, like.
I think I'd sent Bill that photo. We have a guy coming today at 11 o'clock.
So I talked to a guy at work. A guy at work does a lot of concrete work, foundational work. He says, I took pictures of everything downstairs. He goes, you've got no cracks, this and that. He says what he thinks happened, we had a load-bearing wall taken down in our living room at some point, which he personally doesn't think was done right, which I don't know if he'll agree or disagree. I'll be honest. These were two really nice guys who did it back in the day. But if I'm being frank with you, I really don't think these guys were top-notch guys who did the work. The guy at work who's licensed, insured, all that, he doesn't think the work was done. From the pictures I showed him downstairs, what he thinks is between settling of the house and this part of the house now settling, he says what he thinks would probably need to happen. And he says people do it actually on their own all the time. He goes, depends on how handy your husband is, he said. He says you jack up the side of the house where that wall is. He goes, people do it on their own. And he goes, you put in like a 16-foot like plank board. And he goes, basically what's happened, he goes, from all the rain coming in from the gutters over there, you probably rotted out that 2x4. And he goes, and that's where the wall, because he goes, you're trickling. He goes, the water's trickling down that wall. He goes, if you had foundational problems, he goes, you would have cracks all down that side. He goes, it's like a sill that's 2x4 that acts as the sill. So he goes, that's what he thinks the issue is. He's done them a million times. He is swamped with work. He goes, your husband's handy. He can do this. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable putting that on my husband to do. He says it's not an expensive job to have someone come in and just do. So he goes, the gutters definitely, he goes, have that taken care of first. But he thinks that this is definitely something else. He goes, I don't think the gutters are going to solve your problem. He goes, I think you'll need to have that put in. He goes, because the gutters cause the 2x4s probably to be rotted. He goes, how many times did you flood your basement at? He goes, think. He goes, the water hit those 2x4s how many times? And he feels like the settling of this portion of the house.
We're talking about our basement is brick. There's no 2x4s in our basement.
If you look above that wall, you could see the wood.
It goes in between the foundation,
exactly.
between the house.
Yes,
right?
Yes, sir. It's a sill piece.
Okay.
Ken's at the dealer getting parts. Be back shortly.
What are you getting?
You get a smoothie? Are you going to pick up breakfast on the way? Bill, good to see you. Bill, I know hates the rain. Bill, I don't know about you, but lately when I hear rain, I get like, you know how some people who their bones hurt with the rain? I cringe. Bill, yeah, you know what? People can S-U-C-K. And here's how I look at it. It really bothers him, and I know it does. And him and I reached out to each other yesterday because Friday, I'm surprised yesterday wasn't the full moon, to be honest with you. It wasn't. Because yesterday brought every low baller to the yard, like especially on Offer Up. It was a hot mess. Here's how I look at it. Like at the end of the day, like I give someone but so many shots. I'm not going to send sassy messages. Like I'm just not going to entertain them this way because that just fires them up. Like then we go in the back and forth. I don't have time for it. My schedule is just too packed. I don't have time, and that takes my time. So I just can't do it. Yes, Paul, big boomers here. Yeah, it was awful. I literally, like, normally I could sleep during some rain. This was like, oh my God, is the house going to explode above us? It was terrible, terrible. You're all saying hi, hi. Yeah, he can be. He can be when he wants to be, but he admits it. He admits it.
I'll bottle it all up, and then I just get to my breaking point, and then I explode, and then I go back to the.
And it's not.
And then I go back
it's
to
not
normal.
nice. Beers, me too. Enjoy. Good morning to you too. Well, hello there, Tiger and Tigeress.
Is it DC squared or just regular DC? I'm on a Facebook ban, so I really can't comment. But your video of driving your race truck through the puddle was awesome, triggering a lot of people. I like that. Hope you guys are doing well. I guess you guys are rained out again. I heard that they're going to stop races because there's a tire shortage, which is whatever.
Oh, wow.
I think you guys should be, I am not Dale Earnhardt. I am not Ricky Bobby. I don't know anything about racing. I feel that racing is two things. One, skill, and two, the quality of your car and your build and your reliability. So if you're not prepared with proper tires in the whole nine, then you don't get to race. And
he says they're racing today.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I know there's a couple of divisions I heard that they canceled. And if you don't have enough tires, or if there's a shortage of it, I mean, that's your bad. That's your bad. You were not ready for the race season. Mm-hmm. So the people that are should continue the race, get points, and you don't earn any. That's just me, but I don't know anything about that nonsense.
And speaking of today is my beautiful sister-in-law. Well, her birthday was this week. Her birthday was the day after Paul's. And so we're celebrating her today. So beautiful. A happy birthday to my beautiful sister-in-law. Mowers and blowers outdone. Some of the buyers and flippers around me sell cheap. They make $20. They are happy. I make $100 or more. Hard is basic weed eater or basic blower like to make 50.
Yeah, listen, you guys do what you want to do with your flips, with your flips and flixes. I'm just trying to show you that a little bit of effort could really, really go a long way. And I think even Roger McDonald chimed in one of his videos that he started doing little things here and there. You Made Me Lawn, another one of my proteges. What about that young kid? I have another video coming out with him. That young kid, man, the guy's not even 13 years old, and he's probably going to have college paid off by himself. His father's messaging me that he wants a really nice, fast Mustang. And I says, I don't know what to tell you, The kid has the money to do it. So, it's just funny how already at his age, he's dreaming big, and he knows that by a certain point he's able to achieve some of his goals while some of his friends are not, because they're choosing not to do certain things, which is fine. We were talking to Bob at Double Wide Six Repairs, and you guys know that Bob is a shop teacher, and what we're doing to a certain extent is just a dying breed or dying trade, and we offer to Bob, when things get better, we have no problem loading up Mandingo and doing like a show and tell and like a career day for them. Absolutely, we'll do anything to try and motivate. We'll try and do anything for the youth, anything for people, of this atmosphere. Bob is a good person, so why not try and pass along. Bob is a Goliath in this field as himself, but I think the kids that he's with, because he sees them every day, it's a different aspect for him. We see Bob, we're starstruck. Those kids don't know that Bob is, Double Wide Six. So maybe they need, somebody different like us or a couple other guys. That would be nice. So hopefully something like that.
Well, also Bob has addressed being able to talk small engines with the kids. I mean, a lot of it he said was, he can't bring in he'd like to bring in equipment for the kids to work on. He goes, but he can't bring in something dirty or grubby for the kids to work on. He's talked about that on a live before. We have a lot of restrictions when it comes to the schools. Also, don't forget, we got to work with our population of kids too. A lot of these kids nowadays, he said he had a few kids over the years who were really into it. Yeah,
they went to some competition and won. That was amazing.
And I got to tell you, that's why we got to catch them when they're young. When double wide kids are much older than the kids that I work with. And I got to tell you, by the time they get up to double wide's age at the schools, a lot of that interest just hasn't been piqued and sparked, and it's so hard. That's why I beg of you, if you've got the kids in the early ages, those elementary ages, they don't have anything more than like STEM in the schools. I got to tell you, I start them early on STEM. People may shake their head because they're so young, but I've got them with gears, and I've got them working with their hands just by nature of what he does. Obviously nothing dirty or grubby or anything like that, but I like getting their minds going to see like what they come up with. It's ingenuity. It's just what is their little mind thinking, and what can they do? As parents, if you've got little ones or grandparents, get them out there, get them tinkering with you early, so that when they get to the age of the kids that double wide works with, that they have that interest, that they have that spark, that they can say like, oh yeah, I worked on that with my mom or my dad or my grandpa, or, like I want to know more. Because by the time they get to those middle school years, those high school years, kids are very different than they were back when we were in school. Shop looks very different than what it was. So we have to really keep, even when we see those channels, those younger channels that are starting to produce, you really have to support them, because maybe these younger kids will look to those younger channels as, something to watch, someone to motivate them. We really have to really stand behind them as well. Zombie Mowers, how you doing? Anything good by you going on this weekend? Brandon says the performance this channel produces is great. Always moving forward, solutions over excuses, but no politics. No. Yeah. We, trust me, we're not a family that doesn't have feels about politics. We have all the feels, but there's just a time and there's a place for everything. That's
not here. You can go we've been saying this, you can go many avenues, and politics used to be a friendly conversation. Now it's spiteful, demeaning, hurtful, and almost used as a dividing factor. And we're just not going to have that here. Come here, let's have fun, let's talk about it. We'll talk about almost anything and everything but politics. Yeah. Some people ask if I should do a spinoff because they're curious, and I just don't. Yeah. It's very exhausting, and to the point where we're just going to let it go and accept things for the way we are. And continue to do us and continue to do better for the people around us that you guys seen on the channel. But we always say at the end of the channel, take care of yourself and take care of others. And you guys seen how we will continue to take care of others to the capacity that we can and when we can.
We've almost come to a world that, we live in America, freedom of speech, and it's just be accepting of all. But it doesn't seem that's the case anymore, which is a very sad place to be in.
It is what it is.
Chris, I see a blue circle, not purple. You know what, Chris? It looks lavender.
Don't ask
which
me.
I have to be honest with you, I love that even more, which means I love you even more. Mick, good morning. How are you? Yes, arm in arm, hand in hand. Arch, good morning.
Good morning, Arch.
It's
how
all good.
Are you?
You've been so busy. I've been seeing that through your videos. Cranking.
I keep saying next week, but I think, Mike, we had a lot of stuff going on this week. Hopefully next week I can run out the snowblower to you. Uncle Arch, you guys know, is a YouTuber.
A Long Islander.
Fellow Long Islander. I'm just jammed up with everything, so I'm going to be dropping off a snowblower for Uncle Arch to take a look at me.
He's gonna look at you. You want him to look at you or the snowblower?
When I take a look at you, he's gonna just take it, repair it, and just hand me the bill. Probably gonna be the best customer he ever had. I had goals, but then things keep popping up and keep pushing my goals back. So we have this thing called the Fireman's Parade. It happens every year, except for when we had this, whatever you want to call this nonsense, come up about, and they canceled it. So
I love it.
I destroyed my lawn this year.
Oh, but you made a comeback.
But it made a comeback, you guys. I've been posting stuff on Instagram. I am just overwhelmed with content, and between stuff, whatever. Lawn's been looking great. I wanted to do another treatment before this parade, and it required me going at the Tractor Supply out by Uncle Arch. So I was going to go to Uncle Arch, hang out for a little bit, give him the machine, run to Tractor Supply. I have not had the opportunity to do that. So I still want to do that, but my treatment process has changed. If you guys remember, I wrecked my lawn. There's dead spots. They're still there. So I wanted to do something to rectify it, even though you can't see it. Remember, my lawn is an optical illusion. I just wanted to take care of that, but I can't. So I'm just going to try and figure something out, but I still need to get Arch that machine.
Well, Ken just said to dress appropriately when you go to Arch, because you just told all the viewers that you want Arch to check you out. So Arch,
I need to check out.
Arch, would you feel more comfortable if I dropped off this snowblower? Because you know how he does with the neighbors, you know that situation, and now he just said he wants you to check him out. And now he just said he wants to hang out with you. Arch, are you feeling uncomfortable? Comment in the chat.
So hope you're doing well. I know with the weather and everything going on, you got some stuff, so I hope you're doing well. I just been so busy. I meant to text you just to check on you, but whatever.
I'm sure you do. Arch, I'm sure he does want to check on you.
If anything, hopefully, next week will be the week. I'm running September 6th to have a due date. I would like to get my stuff on the lawn, hopefully by next week. I mean, we're going to be in Oakdale. No, we can't be now. No, forget it.
What time do they close? Oh, say Saturday. They're probably open late.
Mm-hmm.
We never.
Then it would be nice to take the snowblower, do what we got to do in Oakdale, and then it's just not good.
But at least we'll have the seed down. What was I going to
say? Morning, Dan.
I lost my thought.
Hail from Canada.
Mr. B.
Good morning, Mr. B. How are you? If you guys are on Instagram, also check out Rick Broerman. If you don't mind promoting your channel, something happened to him on a lawn tractor. And I say glass half full that he should be happy that it happened to him, not after the fact when he sold the lawn tractor. And this is why I feel that, when you buy and sell machines, your choice. My preference is from start to finish is that you should service it. Because when you service it and you make your adjustments if they need to be done, you're going to come across things. And it's better to come across those things in your hands instead of having a very upset person who purchased it from you within the respectable amount of time since you sold it. Here at Pate's Forms, we preach that when you sell something, that's how we do. It's in the best shape that it possibly can when it leaves, and anything after that, I always say it's God's will. It's God's will.
I just want to state for the record that Kenny requested some red, white, and blue shorts. Kenny, are you thinking back to the pressure washer video, maybe? And Uncle Arch chimed in with a "Let it all hang out."
You can't let it all hang out. You guys know.
Is this getting a little? Oh no, he means on the visit. We're getting requests for outfits now.
I do have some red, white, and blue shorts that we didn't get a chance to wear.
Oh, boy. Thomas Andrews says, yesterday at Napa, I made the guy mad at me. I bought last of his 25-foot fuel line and last of his 5/16 hose clamps.
I have no idea why he would be mad. That's a sale's a sale. Too bad. Order more stuff. Screw them.
But I noticed at these small parts stores, when you take the last of their stuff, it's almost like you took the last of their reason to yank a customer into the store. It's like now when someone calls, they have to say, "Oh no, I don't have." Mr. Rob.
Good morning, Rob. How are you? How are you doing with sales? I have 5-Speed Ash reach out to me a couple of times this week. What's going on? And like I said, I'll rant in a little bit. But hope you're doing well. I eat at 4:30.
See, Arch, you're my people. I love this. No auction today. Just a fan, not video cutting, fighting the lawn with free electric mower.
Very nice. Good
just messing things up. We had a little water in the basement. Yeah. Does everyone know a Christmas story with the kid you're going to shoot your eye out with the glasses? Remember the father with the furnace? Every time he'd be sitting at the dinner table and you'd hear the clanking and banging, and he'd throw down his fork and knife and go running down to the basement. The minute I hear rain, I freaking feel like the guy from A Christmas Story, the father. You had just seen me. I fly out to the garage. I throw my hood on. I come racing with the garbage pails, put them on the deck so they collect the rain so they don't go into the basement. I can't live this life, Bill. I can't. I wasn't meant for this. See, Paul? I knew it. Whenever they look Like the parent, they act like the opposite.
Paul, if you want to check out our community page, we put out a post about
it.
Paul on his birthday. His lovely wife and his family. She sent me a message, so check that out, and you can see where we're coming from. And if you guys want to do something like that, absolutely reach out to us. I mean, we have no problem. Like I said, Pate's Performance is bigger than us. And I was talking to this other guy, Mega here, and maybe I don't know if we spoke about this. You know, we don't. How do we say this? We don't glorify or we don't promote every good thing that we do, you know, because we just do it to a point where it's natural for us.
Yeah, no, we don't hype up all the good deeds.
Yeah.
It's just...
So Ken Swell Engines has an 80-year-old neighbor who has a Toro SR4 lawnmower that doesn't start on the first pull no more. And he reached out to me and says, what do you think? And we bounced back ideas really, really quick. And he put out a community post about what's going on. So I wrote that I think if she doesn't want to go electric, which is fine, that she should go convert her to electric start. And talking to Ken numerous times about what we do, his area and his demographics of buying and selling and repairing are different than ours. So I said that the Pate's Performance family, including you, will get her an electric start lawnmower, and there will be zero money exchanged. At 80 years old, it's an absolute...
Says 85.
85. At 85 years old,
thrilled.
It's an absolute amazing achievement and a feat that she still wants to get up and cut her grass, and we respect that, and we honor that, and we would have no problem getting her a Key Start lawnmower, you know, of her choice. And a couple of you guys commented like, wow, that's really nice of you. No, that's not nice of you. That's nice of us, including you. So this wouldn't be possible, you know, without you guys for sure. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Chris had organic scrambled eggs with organic chive and organic tomatoes from Machination Farm on an onion roll. Try it, Christine. You'll love it.
She gets very gassy. We can't do onions.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Chris, if you'd like to move in, I would love to have you. I have not had a man cook for me, and I can't remember how long, ever. Chris, I got Wednesday from Machination.
Bill Martini is going to trigger me. Bill Martini is going to trigger me.
All of Machinasia's, from asparagus to broccoli, you name it. And I had filet mignon, I barbecued chicken, and we made like little like bowls. I roasted all the vegetables, seasoned. Oh my God, it was so good. But I love their stuff. Chris, that sounds delicious though. Bill Martini says, I have 3 sales slated for today. I know his first one is at 9 o'clock, and he's going to put some fresh lipstick on that mower. And already one flaked out. Oh, do we know about flakes?
Let's go. All right, so in the comments, we apologize. We're going to stop right here because we're at 30 minutes right here, right through our live. This week, people... Try not to curse. I'm still aggravated between work and here. Let's talk about Pate's Performance. So, where do you want to start? Snowblower, lawn tractor? I just. How about this? We both are working, so I don't understand where people think.
I'm gonna see if I'm a glutton for punishment. Reach out to my snowblower.
We have no idea what people think, that it's okay that in the middle of a day that we need to drop everything what we're doing, respond to their inquiries and sell them a machine, right? When someone wants to hand you money, you have to take it. It's impossible when you're at work. It's impossible when you have a job, or it's impossible to reach back to you in a timely manner because I'm at work or I'm driving. You can't be on your phone. No matter what you do, you should really not be on your phone while you're driving. And I posted on my community page, and I actually took it down. I took it down. I didn't respond to a guy because I was driving, and I backed out of the deal. Are you kidding me? Do you think that I am married to my phone, or I just can't do that? So let's start with this one day. My heart was pumping. My head was throbbing. I get off work at 3 o'clock, pray. I have a half hour to get home and get a snowblower out of storage and sell it for 4 o'clock.
Oh, and let me tell you, this This couldn't have been more of a solid deal.
Then after that, I had a guy between 5 and 6 p.m. to look at the Troy-Bilt tractor. And we'll talk about the Troy-Bilt tractor when this is all said and done. Then after that, I had a guy to go pick up a lawnmower 6 o'clock. Then I had another guy pick up another lawnmower at 6:30. And then all this went to crap. That made things even worse. I had another person that wanted to buy a different snowblower, and they wanted for 6 p.m. And we're trying to figure out, how do we try and figure this all out? Because some people want the same time. Does she go one way, I go the other, and it just literally fell apart between working, trying to squeeze in little things here and there with her when I can at work, and then trying to juggle all this stuff. So this guy with the snowblower originally wanted 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's in the middle of the work week. We cannot do that. And she wanted to rework her schedule to do it. And I'm like, Chris, no, because I don't want to hear it. The guy's going to have to come after work. This guy has to respect and understand that people have a job. And I even said it to one of the guys in like this thing, like, I have a freaking job. Like, so I know I can't do that because I have a job. I said, I have this thing called a job. That's my famous line when people try and get a little tooty about certain things. Like, I have a thing called a job. So I can't just go and do as I please. So I'm trying to bounce back and forth, because when you sell things, these things just don't happen. It just pops up out of the blue. And when someone wants to buy something, here in America, people want things here and now. So they're impatient. So we just kind of have to grab it when we can. And it's a blessing and it's a curse when all this happens, because now I start getting stressed out and the blood starts flowing. And my fuse gets shorter and shorter, because I am trying to accommodate and satisfy so many things at once. So the guy kept in contact with her throughout the whole entire day about the snowball for 4 o'clock. So I'm like, this is phenomenal.
No, can I just add into that story? I'm sorry. And this is just because we've been so busy. We have been in contact all throughout the day before, night before, and that early morning. So the way we left in the morning was that I'm going to work. I will reach out to you later. And he was going to reach out to me later to get the address, but we were solid for 4. And he goes, I'm excited to pick it up. Okay. So then I'm not hearing from him throughout the day. I'm like, okay, maybe it's at 4 o'clock. So I decide at 1 o'clock. I said, you know what? That's a fair time to reach out to, even though he was supposed to reach out to me. I said, 1 o'clock's a fair time to reach out to someone. And I said, give an address, especially since we do mutual location. But when I tell you, this guy gave me a story of originally wanted to negotiate
money in the bag.
He originally wanted to negotiate the price. And then I said, and then we gave him it's been fully serviced, et cetera, et cetera. What do you think is fair? Just to entertain it. He turned around and goes, you know what? I tried to buy a really crummy lawnmower from someone once and it bummed out on me. You know what? I'll take it for full asking price. He goes, I can tell this snowblower has been really well maintained. He goes, I want it. I'm excited for it. Kept in contact all night, all morning. I reached out at 1 o'clock and I said, would you like the address so that you can figure out your plan for 4 o'clock? Basically goes to me, yeah, I'm really sorry, but I basically changed my mind. I'm not going to be buying it. Here's my problem with people. You can't tell me that you just decided that you're not going to buy the item. You don't think your pretty little fingers should have sent a message earlier in the day to say, hey, you know what? I decided I'm not going to buy this. Now, to be honest with you, if someone would have came along and wanted it earlier that day, we're both at work. It's not like either one of us could have sold it to someone, right? But the bottom line is, where was the courtesy? Mm-hmm. Bill Clement's favorite word. Where was the courtesy to just reach out? Yeah,
and if you would have said no, then I could have pushed one of these lawnmower people early, because everybody wants early. Can you do any? No, I can't, man. I'm sorry. I'm at work. I use my commute home from work.
Yes.
That I'm an accident away from throwing my schedule off. So that kind of screwed me up. Then there's another guy. We were in contact the entire week, multiple emails, multiple exchanges over the Trollbit lawn tractor. And we agreed to $1,100. All week. And he's another guy. I want early. Dude, I can't. I have a thing called the job. I can't meet you in the morning. I can't meet you during the day.
Yeah, everybody wants during the week, 10 a.m.
And I'm telling her, I was like, maybe I should take the day off work like I did with the last, like what I should have done with the last one. I should just took the day off work and sell this damn thing. I'm so glad I didn't. I will definitely ruin content. I will definitely give it away. So he cancels on me. I'm like, fine. I had 5 other people inquire about the lawn tractor. So one guy was like, you know what, man? I'll see you today if you want. I'm like, all right, fine. Come see you today. He says, dude, between 5 and 6 p.m., I get off work. Perfect. He gets off work. He's like, dude, I'm 5 minutes in. I'm like, oh, crap. He shows up in a Jeep. How the hell are you buying this thing? So now I'm like, you know what I mean? You ain't taking this thing in a Jeep and we ain't delivering. So wasted my time. And he was like, well, you know, I feel like your price is a little excessive. And I'm like, you know, you'll see that whole thing. And he was like, well, I want to offer you $1,000. I'm like, nope, not taking $1,000 because I already have $1,000 offer. Why would I take your offer for $1,000 when I know I got it? Well, he was like, well, I'm here now. I'm like, I don't care. I already have a guy locked in for $1,000. He's coming out of state to buy this because he already came, right? I'm giving away content. So I showed him, I was like, I'm not going to take your $1,000. I got this guy right here. So then he was like, well, let me go home and think about it and we'll be in touch. And he's like, if the guy doesn't come, you know, reach out to me. I'm like, dude, the guy's coming. I'm not going to reach out to you. Sorry. You know, and then he drove away. So, and that was that. So then after he left, the guy who was supposed to come reaches out to me and says, hey man, listen, something happened with my granddaughter. That's why I couldn't be here. But, you know, my daughter's home to take care of her. I can definitely come now. Guy comes out, truck and trailer. I'm like, this thing is sold, done deal. And it was just like, you're up. You are a bunghole. And I was at the tip of my tongue from me saying that to him. That's how the mood I was in and the things he was saying that was really at the tip of my tongue. And then at the end of all of this, he kept saying that he has a Husqvarna that's better than this. So I says, well, does your Husqvarna run? No. Well, then it's not better than this. That's why you're here, because your Husqvarna is a piece of Every other word. Oh, my Husqvarna. Oh, my Husqvarna. Well, because your Husqvarna if it doesn't run, pal. So he's like, oh, I have one more tractor to look at in Mattituck. This is another guy who drove over an hour away to come here. Like, I just don't understand the whole premise. And then he's willing to drive. So that's 2 hours. Then he's going to have 4 hours of his time. Does anybody value their time? I know sometimes on this channel, I don't value my time. I get caught up in things, but I don't understand. I went on a pick and I'm like, you know what? It's not a great deal, but since I'm here, you know, I'll just buy it. And I did that. Well, you know what I mean? You're going to walk away over 100. I don't care. So that was that. So then I had 2 other people for lawnmowers. And then the one lawnmower guy ghosted me. And then the other lawnmower guy was like 2 or 3 hours late. I sold a lawnmower 9:30 at night in the middle of the freaking day. And it just fell apart. That whole day just fell apart. Fell apart. And so then the next day I went out, I bought a bunch of equipment, just the way it worked out. Got one fair deal. The rest were really good. And I met my match with my fair of negotiations, and it was very, very aggravating and frustrating when I meet my match. I'm not used to doing stuff like that. I'll put it to you this way. I waived $1,200 cash, 12 crispy blue, fresh $100 bills in this person's face, and they did not flinch. Lawn tractor, snowblower, chainsaw, backpack blower. Did not flinch one bit. And their exact words were, well, there are people fighting over this equipment. I says, I understand that. And she's like, oh, one person actually cursed me out. I was like, I understand that. Do you want those people at your house? Do you want those people at your house dealing with you personally? If that's how they're going to talk to you and treat you online, how do you think they're going to treat you in person? Do you feel safe? And I says, I hear $1,200 cash. I will be back in an hour with my pickup truck, and I will take whatever I can't fit in the Honda. No, it's okay. We have this, and I'm like, very, very frustrating. They knew what they had to a certain extent. We just needed to be at a certain price point. Certain things I would pay full asking price. Certain things I could not pay full asking price for their lawn tractor. I could not remain profitable. This Troy build would have been sold 10 times over if we would have accepted the $1,000 offer. So, but we're not trying to sell lawn tractors at $1,000. We're trying to push that envelope and try and get, maybe a little bit better. People are so fixated with 1,200. So there is no rhyme or reason. We did our market research. There isn't like anything ours on the market. So we kind of know we have things cornered. So, it is what it is. So that was, very, very frustrating. Another frustrating thing to me was that I bought from this individual before in the past, another person, and I was in the midst of doing everything. I just gave him the money, came back, and the machine's garbage. It's a parts machine. And so then I actually, I'm not confrontational. That's my problem. Walked away. He wasn't honest, so I just left him bad feedback. And why'd you leave me bad feedback? I'm like, well, this is why didn't you call me? Well, why didn't you tell me? I know you're not an idiot. He's a mechanic. I think he found this in the garbage and he does that's fine. That's okay. But tell me the deck is rotted out. Tell me the deck is rotted out, that the wheel is hung up in a certain position because it's rotted out. I literally handed him $50 and just took the mower and ran. Not his problem. That's my problem. But he should have been honest. It is what it is. So that's just really, really it. It's just people suck. Oh, and then I've been getting a lot of low bowlers on a Stihl chainsaw I have, and I've been so busy at work and I just started blocking people. I'm not even going back and forth. And people like asking me stupid questions. And I'm like, dude, just come check out the freaking thing. And like, well, I'm not driving over an hour away all right, that's fine. No problem. See you later. Have a nice day. And the guy's like, you don't want to tell me? No, I can't tell you. I can't answer your stupid question because I'm at freaking work. That's why. And when I get home from work, I have no intention of doing that. I'm just going to go do other things. You're going to waste my time. So I just started blocking people. Just forget. It's just, sometimes you just want to reach through the phone and you want to squeeze their neck till their eyeballs pop out. People are very quick and easy to say and do certain things because there's a screen separating them. I believe when it's face to face, they act very, very differently.
Absolutely. And I have to tell you, reading in the chat, the mister can tell you probably without me even saying anything, if there is one thing that I despise, probably two, but definitely one biggie, do not tell me that you can no longer pick up a piece of equipment or you need a lower price because someone has passed away and you're lying about it. That is, I agree, Ken. That is one, I believe it was Ken who wrote that. My God, may God have pity on you.
All right, so the guy's coming before 10:30 to pick up the lawn tractor.
Okay.
But then we still have to sell the Stihl stuff. Jesus.
First world problems, sweetheart.
Yeah, I know.
But that is like, to me, if you want some nasty karma, lie about someone passing away. And then I also had someone who I called out on because I knew their story was BS. Don't tell a cancer survivor that you need a lower price on something because you're dealing with cancer, blah, blah. And then I called them out and they said they were lying. And I'm like, may God have mercy on your soul that you're lying about a lawnmower over illness. Like,
yeah.
My God.
Man, I'm such a head.
Really?
You're
going to lie about things like this over equipment?
Should I put that lawnmower on YouTube or Instagram?
I'm
trying not to
There's
overload.
So many things at this point to put into content.
So how about this? I acquired literally a brand new Honda lawnmower for $100. The seller thinks he scammed me, but he really didn't because, fine. I bought a Honda lawnmower for $100. He said it was running. It really didn't because when I got there, he turned the fuel petcock on. Lawnmower starts and runs fine. Bring it home, smell gas. So there's fuel leaking out of the carburetor. That's why the fuel petcock. I really don't care. So like I said, it's the new Honda lawnmower, textured deck, black wheels, sharp. The newest lawnmower that we've had here, especially the new Honda line. Now, as you guys know, I don't keep on the up and up of what's new and out and coming. That doesn't tickle me pink or twist my fancy because knowing what we do and what we do, it's just not new equipment. I don't care. I don't care what the new 2020 models are, the new 20. I don't care. I'll come across it when it comes the opportunity for me to repair it or the opportunity to buy it. That's when I will immerse myself around that. So I bought it for $100, clean the carburetor, good to go. I flip it over on its side, and I've never seen this on a Honda before. It has deck baffles and mulching blades installed. Never seen that before in handle. Deck baffles is a Toro thing. Deck baffles you get on your SR4 Super Recycler made by Toro. Deck baffles is an aftermarket add-on on your Time Master. I have a deck baffle kit on my Time Master. When I bought it, the previous owner had that installed. So those are aftermarket options. So I didn't get a chance to look it up because it's not a priority to me. That the deck baffle kit on Hondas is that pre-installed from the factory, or you have an option of getting it with the kit or with not. When you buy a Honda, I know the older ones, even the expensive 217s, the HRX 217s that are like $600, you get their high lift blades on there. If you want mulching blades, you have to go out and buy them. This lawnmower has the mulching blades with deck baffles built in, and they are bolted in there. So I just wanted to have the opportunity to see if if that's factory or not. I'll tell you right now, that textured deck, amazing. I actually you know what I mean? Like it was like, it's like, I'm definitely your typical guy. When you when you see, when I grab mulch or soil, I'm one of those guys I'll give it a good smack. Oh, this is a good bag of mulch. This is a good bag of soil. All right, we'll take that. So when I was with this Honda, I'm like, all right, is this paint? Is this check? You know what I mean? So I ran my hands to phenomenal, well put together machine. Still don't like Hondas, but still a well put together machine. So like I said, I'm not sure if I will put that on the community page or on the community page or on Instagram. I try not to. I could post multiple things a day on the community page, but I don't want you guys to be overwhelmed. Or I know sometimes if you post too much, YouTube won't send out notifications, and I don't want things to lose their value of what I want to post. So there's that for you. All right, Dan, you were racing today, we were texting. Miguel Hernandez, hello, how are you? Welcome to the channel. So sorry, I got caught up in my rant. Where are you from, and do you get snow if you are here? Please. Okay. You ever think about making topics? Nah, you know what?
We flow.
No, there's no topics here. Listen, this is an open discussion, this is an open channel. The topics vary from week to week and as experiences as we go along because we learn a lot. Yeah. How am I going to make a topic about lawn tractors? This is my third one in. Rich, I can't talk about lawn tractors.
I give so many professional developments and seminars. I feel like there's got to be some part of my life that's a little less
organized. I said the same exact thing, but you know what? For their other classes, who wants their kid maybe smelling like gas or something? I don't know. I understand that to a certain extent.
Let's be honest.
Morning.
Kids are very different
Morning,
than
Tommy. How are you?
A long time ago, too.
Yes, on the computer.
Yeah.
Things have definitely changed for sure. I know rich people are afraid of yard work. You can always make money mowing. Yep, that's very, very true. Thanks for joining James, me and Condon the other night for Q&A. It was great fun. Yeah. So I can't believe James sniped that generator from me, that SOB, but, went to a good home. Hopefully James sold that generator for good money like I did. I took home $1,000 on that. And maybe we could talk about that and that atmosphere. We'll save that for that video, and then we'll tee off that from a live. about working in the midst of everything for sure. Family reunion. Hoo. BOCES had a small engine program. Just going through the chat. Jason,
you know what? I could speak on that. So as far as BOCES, they still do have programs. Here's the problem. You're not getting as many kids entering into those programs. Everything now, the kids want to go into the BOCES programs that involve more technology, like the IT tech kind of programs. We're still getting a lot of students that go into a lot of like the nurse practitioner type programs. We're still getting a lot of cosmetology students going into like the BOCES programs. Not as many kids turning wrenches. Again, children are different. Children are different.
So Chris, correct. We do have a front row to the parade. You are absolutely more than welcome to come join us for sure. No questions asked. Absolutely anybody here.
I love the parade.
Bring your kids. Very, very family oriented with 110%. My family will be there, so you are fair warned, and whatever comes with them comes with them. And I'm going to leave it at that. They're set in their ways. And
the neighbors on both sides also sit out.
Yes, so the Gabers will be there. They are a peach to deal with. You will have fun. They might get a little tooty because one of their fathers is obsessed with my lawn and is always comparing our lawn, and they get a little attitudey. So, but in the end, we haven't seen them in about 2 years, so we'll see. Arch's Garage, I just subscribed. Again, very, very good channel. So we will talk about grass seed in a little bit. You guys are all talking to each other. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. I do like nothing leaves here until it's perfect as it could be. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's just the way it is because like I said, for the most part, we sell things as is. And, that's why I said, if someone calls me up with an issue, we can say like, we just had service, dude. There's nothing we could do about it. But in the end, depending on the situation, we will take it back in. Also, another thing, if you sell a piece of equipment that's a little, you are definitely obligated to take that back. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's shiesty right there. If this might last or might not last, because let's just say, oh, you know what, this bail cable, it's fraying a little bit, but you know what? I spent enough time and money on this. I'm going to let it slide. If that guy calls you up, hey, man, listen, the bail cable broke. You got to take that back. You got to do the right thing. Best case scenario is, hey, man, listen, you know what? How about this? Pay for the part, and I'll take care of the labor. So the cables, $6 or $8 I paid for bail cables. Charge them $12, $15. Charge them $20. Oh, you know what? The cable cost me $20, and I'll take care of it. All right, so there you go. So you're not losing out in its entirety. All right, you got to find a hard balance on certain machines. You may get a tip from Mark. Yeah, absolutely. Kids love to play video. Good morning, Dinar. How are you? Mark 4, good to see you again. When I was a kid, I used to get in trouble for taking apart the locks in the house. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. That's not funny, actually.
Wow.
Hey, you were practicing, right?
So I came up from a family where we were disciplined. I am not complaining. I think people need to be disciplined more. I would be disciplined a lot because of that.
Here's the thing. Can I ask and I'm going to say old school Italian families. When I hear things like that come out of my husband's mouth, again, hey, you know what? You do what you got to do. Is there anyone else out there that really grew up in a strict Italian household? Because when he tells me the stories about him and like his brother and discipline, I grew up in a really strict Italian household, and I did one thing once. And my mother was not shy of a pot, a pan, or is anybody familiar with a strap? Or, you know what my grandfather used? He was real old school Italian. A twitch off a tree, a nice skinny stick on the back of the legs. So at the end of the day, I got in trouble once, and I got a licking. And I never did, I'm talking never got in trouble again. Elementary, middle school, high school. So maybe you didn't get a licking taken to you good enough once if you got in trouble lickings that much.
But I would never take that. I know better. I would take control. Ooh.
Like I used to, and then my brother got a pot from my mother took, the pasta spoon with the prongs on it? She got him in the back of the head and then still threw a pot at him as he was yelling and screaming, rubbing his head, and then she threw the pot at him. Like, you want to talk like you did things once in my house and that is the end? Like, when I hear stories of like repeated punishments, like the punishment must not have been too hard. Seriously. Yeah, Paul Pastore, I got the belt. Yeah, see?
Soap in the mouth. The whole bar of soap was good.
But how many more times did you have to do it? Like, how did you not learn your lesson? Paul, did you learn your lesson? He clearly never learned his lesson.
Military training.
Oh my God.
Krista Shelley, hello, how are you? Another young, fine gentleman. I haven't spoke to you in over a year. I think we spoke sooner than that. Things come and go. You know where to find me. So glad to see you, have you here. Hopefully we'll see you next week, and then it won't be a year. But hope you are doing well. Hope your weed whacker's doing well. And we'll call that.
Oh my God, Zombie Mowers goes, Hot Wheels racetrack in the spoon.
Wait, what?
That's ingenuity right there. That's what I have to say.
Wait, what happened?
Hot Wheels racetrack on the butt and the legs.
Oh, so yeah, they'll just grab anything and hit you with it. That's it. That's what it comes at you. Hot Wheel plays a great check on the butt and legs. Oh my God, like anything.
Yeah.
Anything. So I have a buddy who's Spanish, and his mother, growing up and still is to this day, she's like a sniper. Will take off her chicleta, which is like her flip flop, and she will wing it across the room. And it's at lightning speed, very, very accurate. And and now that she's getting older, the chicletas are getting a little bit bigger. They're more cushion in the back, and they hurt.
Well, I would still have back in the day taken a rubber flip flop over a pant. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My brother, oh my God, he had a welt. And that's how schools were very different back in the day, because my brother had like a baseball-sized welt on the back of his head for like over a week. And the school didn't call like any services. And I remember my brother saying to my mother, I'm gonna tell the school that you hit me. And my mother looked over, and I gotta tell you, my mother was an angel walking the earth. My brother really, really deserved what he got that day. I mean, it was bad. And my mother turned around and she goes, here, call them. And he turned around, and I'll never forget, because there's such an age gap between us. I was just stopping by home at the time. He was like maybe 11. And we're almost like 12 years apart. And I looked at her going, here, call them. And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and he goes, she's crazy. And I said, if she's handing you the phone to call for help, you best not. But yeah, no, parenting was different back then. Kids were a little bit afraid.
We were bad boys. Krista Shelley might be, all right, well, you use your weed whacker a lot. So my thing to you is, how about this, Mr. Shelley? Because you have a couple issues I've seen on your channel. Why not? Because you just do your own yard, go battery. Or number two, why don't you try and buy a better weed whacker? Get yourself a nice little Echo. I mean, listen, you do a phenomenal job taking care of your own lawn. Treat yourself. Get a little allowance money, buy yourself a better weed whacker, and you could definitely have fun and play with it, all year round. So calm down, relax. And you know what? How about this? Use our channel, use any couple other channels, and help your dad fix your weed whacker so you don't have to worry about it. I could see you slamming the shaft, when you bang out the trimmer. I'm not going to say the weed whacker's, I think you got a little overzealous with it, knowing what I know you. My principal had a paddle with my name engraved on it. Why am I not surprised? Not one bit. So my father went to that type of parochial school, and he'll tell us stories over and over again how the nuns used to hit them with the ruler on the hands and stuff like that. Or sometimes I feel he exaggerates at times. He got clocked or something, No, but then again, that was from a different time, a different generation. Maybe they did get clocked in Catholic school. Mm-hmm. Do you ever use the Echo Speed Feed 400? So the Echo Speed Feed 400, I assume that's their speed feed head. Absolutely. I am a huge fan of their speed feed head, 110%. If you guys have a weed whacker and you guys could adapt it to a speed feed head, 110%. I was at Lowe's this week, and someone bootlegged the speed feed head. So hopefully you guys could adapt it to other machines. Definitely a phenomenal thing to have. Mr. Summers, hello, how are you?
Hi.
Look at those eclectic machines.
Very cool.
Yes.
Where are you from? And now your last name screams tropical. But do you get snow? Because the mister's going to want to know. It's good to have you here. Brando, good to have you here.
So my brother used to say that he was going to call CPS on my parents and my mother mostly. And my mother used to grab the phone and say, call them. But as she was saying that, she was taking the phone and hitting him in the ear like this, like, go ahead, call CPS. Go ahead, call CPS. Here's the phone.
You all see what he's doing to me, right?
Yeah, that's what my
Somebody
mother
call
did.
for
My
me,
brother never
please.
called. My brother never called.
Aw, got big thumbs. Aw.
Yeah, you live really far away. Go to the store and get something, Christopher. 110%.
Yeah, you're far, Ben. You're far.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
I love my bum feed. No luck with speed feed. I don't know the difference.
So speed feed is you stick this, you line up the arrows because it only can go one way, and you get an equal length of trimmer line. You could do a lot more, but because remember, I just do my own home. I just loaded up my arm's length, and then you split it in the middle, like you run it through the machine, split it in the middle so it's even, and then you start twisting the head, and the trimmer line winds itself up. That's speed feed. And then bump feed is when your trimmer line gets a little low, you hit the head on the ground and it ejects more line. That's what I love about that. Definitely a game changer for sure. So yeah, so definitely, I don't know why you have issues with it, but definitely try it out. Okay, I have done the aftermarket heads. I can't talk about longevity, but they work and they look just the same as the OEM ones. I've never priced out an OEM Echo Speed feed head because that's just my nature. So definitely continue to do that. I had to take one apart recently. It seems very, very simple. It's just a head. You have a plastic piece with a bar running through it, and that bar is hollow, and you run the string through that bar and you twist it, and then there's the head itself is spring loaded. But then again, to go crazy trying to replace components for less than $20, you can get one shipped right to your front door. I do not know how much a brand new one is from a dealer though, but for less than $20, why stress yourself out? That is considered, the speed feed head is considered a consumable item. When you buy a speed feed head, you get the actual component itself, and you actually get another cover as a spare to keep in mind. I'm in the UK, and Tropical have a big and they have better winters than yeah. So we understand between. So it's funny. We have Donnie Boy in Canada. We have Steve Solingen Sloan in Canada, Vancouver Island. We have Bruce Pender in Canada, right? And it's funny. Steve does not get any snow in Vancouver Island, but Donnie Boy,
he's always on the other side. Donnie
Boy and Bruce, like you guys seen on their channel, they definitely do get some snow. So when I hit my head on the ground, I get a headache. Yeah, me too. I'm from Illinois, you know, right? Yes. Took my speed feed off. Yes, absolutely. Speed feed is a game changer. So on my Cobalt 40 volt, you guys see on the channel, that has a speed feed head, bump feed head, but it's very frustrating. I tried hacking it to accept one. It didn't work out so well, so I ended up returning it under warranty, and I got the next generation one, so it works really, really well. So I'm happy that I got the new improved one. I tried to bump it to get more aligned, and it like cut it off. Yes, so as long as you keep that the guard on there, the trimmer guard actually has a razor into it, and it just takes off the line if you go too much. So I live in Long Island, New York, not New York City, close enough. My TT is going south in Long Island. So keep us in touch, Scott, and we will be there.
And I just want to say to you, really quick, because I didn't even get a chance to share with the mister.
Jesus, you know what? Go ahead.
And I know we're well over an hour, so I'll just make this really, 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 really short. As we were on this live, remember I told you I hate the whole idea that doctors can send you things instantly over the phone, like messages and whatnot. Mine sent me a message at 7:59. What's today's date? 8:28, 7:59. I just opened it. That's why my head was down. I'm not one to be on my phone during a live, but I saw a message come through from my doctor. And I don't want to speak too much on it, but I asked you during this live at the beginning to please just keep me in your thoughts and to say that, you know, life doesn't throw at you more than you can handle. I tell you guys all this each and every day, that every live that we come on, every time we do a video, how much I love you and appreciate you. You guys must be like family that I never had, because I just got some incredible news, and I don't want to speak too soon because there's still more to come, but whoever is sending the good vibes this way, thank you. I love you. This was an incredible message I just got. So I just want to say that not only do I love the love and support that you show this channel, and all the feedback that you give on the videos, and all the watching and tuning in and story sharing that you give us about the equipment that you're working on or buying or use, but the fact that you support us personally. And I know the minute that I ask you to keep me in your thoughts, that I know I could feel the vibes. Power of good people, because that message was what I needed today. And I just want to say that whatever you're personally going through, always let us know, because the power of people sending all the good vibes, I promise you, I have been low, 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 and I've been high, high, high in life. When people keep you in their thoughts, God, it really, really works. So this was really good news that I just got. I still have to get over a little bit of another mountain. And so that I have to get through something else this week with that. But I just got really good news. So I just want to say I love you. Thank you for supporting us. And gosh, you guys are so good. So thank you. And you know what? This just makes up for a week of hagglers, no shows. And I just have such a good feeling that we might have a good sale today. We
have two good sales lined up for today, but I think one guy's panning out already. But I am so all right. So you ever watched the movie We Were Soldiers? Okay, you guys know a good movie. And at the end, when the news reporters come and there's like an artillery shell that goes off, the news reporters like run, duck, and hide, and the guy's still standing there. That's me right now. So this guy who's ghosting me, I'm unaffected by now because I got screwed all week long. So
yeah, listen.
I'm not going to let my emotions get to me. Another day will present another headache in itself.
You know what? And here's what I always feel. For whoever doesn't buy your equipment, or if something lousy happens one day, it literally is just preparing you, because something good is supposed to happen. And
we're creating opportunities. How about this? If I chose not to fix and flip, I wouldn't have these opportunities to aggravate myself and rejoice myself. So how about this? You want to talk about good news? Okay. This past Saturday, we had a hurricane. And we'll when we do the tractor video, I touch light about that, and we'll turn that into a live stream. So Rick, that'll be your topic. We did $3,000 that one day. $3,000 take home that one day. Cash money in the kitty, in the fund, the rainy day fund, which we're going to be spending some today. Okay. Then you translate that into this week, which we had a phenomenal week, considering we had that cluster. You understand what I'm saying? After today, maybe Sunday, when we crunch the numbers, we're probably looking at a $5,000 to $6,000 week. Again, a lot of money to go towards the rain fund or towards other stuff that we'll be tackling on. Some of you guys know what's going on. So we'll be a lot of money going towards that. Again, we speak a little bit about investing. If you guys have invested a little bit, cryptocurrency is still doing well. Had a little bit of a pullback, which we all expect, but it had a healthy bounce back. So if you guys have invested in that, congratulations. Keep on doing it. And this is not financial advice, but continue to do so. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, which is ADA. We happen to get Cardano at a really, really cheap price. It is still cheap. I think now with these new floors being set, we are not going to see Cardano go below $2 again, unless there is some massive, massive pullback in cryptocurrency in itself. And I just don't see it happening. It's having a very, very healthy comeback. So just keep that in mind. Different streams of revenue. We spoke about this before. I think Beer Team was poking fun at me. You made me laugh that you get fixing, flipping, helping family, and investing in business in one chat. Like I said, we create opportunities for ourselves, and you guys can definitely do the same for yourself.
Yeah, I'm really proud of him. I was talking to him this week because sometimes when the weeks get busy, we don't get to catch up on the stock end, because I'll be full disclosure, he really manages all of that. That is something that I do want to learn more about. Anything I do know, he's taught me.
And I'll be honest with you, I just took a class and I downloaded it, and we need to watch it together. We have been so busy. I took this class, what do you say, like a month ago?
Yeah.
I don't really remember everything, and so I think it'd be great to have both dynamics, because it's really, really simple what we were taught. And it's not time consuming as everyone would be, even though the person who taught me does this full time. It just doesn't have to be that way.
But I think if we could share anything with you, at least from my heart to yours, just please hear this. No matter if you have anything you do that earns any little bit of extra income.
Correct.
He's into this crypto and the stocks now, and he started by putting very little into it. I have streams of income that are called legacy incomes, and I have to tell you, I'm not going to be here forever. The news I got today, God willing, I'll be here a little longer than I hope. But the bottom line is, if you have someone in your life that you care about, you want to always make sure that you're leaving them with something that they're going to be comfortable. That rainy day, the stocks, the crypto, I feel good that this is something he understands. My legacy businesses, I know if something happens to me one day, he'll be taken care of. It's good investment for the money that you're making. It's important for me to know that he'll be taken care of. But you don't have to have much. Even my legacy business, I started my legacy businesses that'll continue well beyond me. I think I started with $100. I don't know what he started his stocks with back in the day. I don't remember your first investment.
So I was investing. I want to take this. I was investing as a teenager at a very, very young age. I used to work at a pizzeria, and this couple, the husband, immigrated off the boat from Italy. He actually swam. He came with his brother, and his brother was sick. I forgot what it was. You know what I mean? Like, he just had a cough or something at Ellis Island. They wouldn't let him or his brother on. So you know what they did? They jumped off the boat and they swam. So from there, he worked at pizzerias and things and did other things. And then he finally opened up his first pizzeria in the subway. Then from the subway, he traveled all the way out to Long Island, New York, opened up a pizzeria called the Lisa Pizza. And then from there, they were very, very smart, very, very smart. Their profits from the pizzeria, they bought houses, they invested in the stock market. And the thing is, you would never know by looking at them, the cars they drive, and that they are multi-millionaires. Extremely humble. That is not my goal. That's not my whatever. But if the pizzeria is lacking, sometimes it happens. Right? We had a lot of businesses close down from COVID. Their business didn't close down, even though they were affected by it, because they have other streams of revenue. So that's how I got started in investing from them. And then obviously you get married, buy a house, you walk away from that. And then, so what happened was, I'm trying not to get political, but there was, what did they call that? What is that thing that they sent? The stimulus check.
Yeah.
We qualified for the first stimulus check And I do not believe that that was
Thomas,
free.
thank you.
I believe in some sort of way they wanted to recoup or take that money from us. So I said, you know what, Chris, how about this? I'm going to take the money from the stimulus check and I'm going to invest it. And then I'll give you cash from the mower fund. So it's like it never happened. And you do what you want and I'll invest it. And then it grew from there. Because if somebody gives you something and you invest it, you could use it as a write-off because you really never used it in the first place. It's not physically tied up. So that's how I started investing. And then it started growing from there. You know, we were told by doctors that you cannot do IVF during COVID and all this other nonsense. So we just had all this money sitting and we decided instead of it sitting in the drawer doing nothing, let's put it in the market and let's try and do something with it. And that is definitely, you know, what we're doing for sure. You know, I want to let you know the full transparency. There are some days that we lose and there's some days that we win. Depending on your investment policy, you could just throw it in the market and never look at it again. And that's fine. Every day is not green. I'll tell you that right now.
And never put so much in.
Only put in
if you're going to lose.
Yes.
You're going to
only
be hurting.
Put in what you're willing to afford to lose. I tell people all the time to play it safe. Investing in the stock market or cryptocurrency
because that's an awful feeling.
Is like Atlantic City, but with quicker and even longer results. Depending how you gamble, you need to figure out your investment strategy and what you want to do. We're long term. We do have a short term portfolio, but that's for something else. But like I said, just cryptocurrency, keep an eye out. I wish a couple of years ago, remember our buddy was talking to us about cryptocurrency and we thought about it and we didn't do it. My God, if we did. So just keep in mind, you don't want to be a portion of that. You do not need to have a lot of money to invest in anything. Full transparency. We do not buy some cryptocurrencies in full as a coin. We just do monthly investments. You know, all right, I got $25. I'm going to put $25, and that's it. That's what we do. Okay, my son bought GameStop. Very, very smart. We held GameStop. We currently hold AMC. We hold a lot of AMC, and we're doing well because of that. And then we have other long-term investments as well. So I enjoyed the show. My son wants to watch cartoons.
No
absolutely.
Worries.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been absolutely over an hour. A lot that we went through, a lot to be covered. Thank you for letting me rant. Thank you for letting me go through what I am. Just need to go.
Brando invested into a tire change.
See, there are other ways of it. Yes, absolutely.
That's an investment.
Absolutely. We like stuff like that.
On that note, thank you so much just for being here. Thanks for taking a nugget out of your day to spend with us. If you're not subscribed, I know many of you are, please take a moment to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can spend these wild Saturdays with us and catch any new videos or footage. There's going to be, hopefully, knock on wood, maybe a tractor sale footage coming out soon. I have some good feelings in the universe.
That's a lot today to sell the lawn tractor today and then compile because I had a lot of people for this lawn tractor.
Well, it wouldn't come out today.
And then edit it. Yeah, Sunday. It's going to have to be a Sunday upload. I have a feeling it's going to be over an hour
Plus,
long.
we've got Gutter Guy coming.
Yeah.
So, and then we have to have a celebration for a sister. But also, if you enjoyed your time here today, when you leave today, make sure you hit the thumbs up. And again, remember how much we love you. We appreciate you. Remember, you're never, ever, ever alone. You always have Crazy Pate's performance by your side. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I love you guys. And I see all your messages. Trust in the fact I believe in the power of prayer. I also believe in good vibes. Trust me. I would give the shirt off my back to anybody who needs it. And I just, like I said, there is no other reason. I've been waiting to hear from this doctor for almost 2 days.
Bill Martini just sent me a message to hug you.
She literally messaged me a minute before the live, and I just saw it during the live. So thank you so much to all of you. I so needed to hear this kind of message from her, and I love you. So thank you. Remember to love hard on the people around you. Just be a good person and just keep doing the right thing. And until the next one, later.